Strategies for effective assessment and evaluation. In this video, we'll share some common examples of concerns and confusion that students have presented their student success specialist throughout their studies related to assessment and evaluation. Keep these examples in mind as you develop and deliver your courses. Let's look at some examples we have heard from many students in various programs of concern and confusion related to assessment and evaluation. Example 1. In the following example, the student expresses frustration about not being able to edit answers from earlier in their quiz. They said, "When I do a quiz on Brightspace, I can't go back to previous questions or pages before I submit the quiz. For my last quiz, only at the very end of it I remembered a topic from the first part of the quiz, but I couldn't go back to change my answers. I like to review my answers to make sure I'm happy with them before submitting for marking." Here's how the Student Success Specialist can help. The SSS listens and validates the frustration that the student expressed, and then provides guidance and options for the student to consider. This would include navigating the Brightspace course with the student, recommending that the student communicate their concerns with the faculty, and suggesting the student share their concerns with their class representative to see if the issue can be discussed at a program council meeting. Example 2. In the following example, the student expresses how confusion about where assignments are located in Brightspace has led to them missing due dates. They said, "My Brightspace courses look different from one to the next. For most of my classes, I can easily find the assignments under content for each week, but for 2 of my classes, they aren't posted there, so I somehow missed 2 big assignments for each class. Now I'm failing those courses. I wish the Brightspace setup was more consistent from course to course in my program." Here's how the Student Success Specialist can help. The SSS listens and validates the student's points, encourages them to communicate with the faculty member, and, if the student feels necessary, encourages them to inform their class representative to see if the issue can be discussed at a program council meeting. If the student needs support to navigate Brightspace, the SSS will refer them to the Student Learning Center for computer coaching, as well as to the webpage for Brightspace. Example 3. In the following situation, the student expresses the challenge of knowing what skills and/or knowledge they need to improve on with enough time to improve their future work. They said, "How do professors expect us to do better on assignments later in the semester if they don't provide us with timely feedback early in the semester? How do I know where I need to improve?" Here's how the Student Success Specialist can help. The SSS once again listens and validates what the student has shared. Then, together, they review the college policies related to this point, and the SSS encourages the student to communicate with their faculty. This would include empowering the student to have constructive communication with the faculty about their concerns, and reassuring them that their concern is valid. It would also involve checking with the student to see if they're comfortable with this communication, offering to practice this communication with them, and referencing College Policy AA13, Evaluation of Student Learning. Example 4. In the following example, the student is concerned about making the right decision about whether or not to withdraw from the course, but feels they're lacking enough information to make a final decision. They said, "The academic withdrawal date is coming in a few days. However, I've only had 2 assignments worth 20% of my final grade for one of my classes. I didn't do well on them. I don't know if I should drop the course because I don't know how I'll do on the rest of my assignments. I don't want an F on my transcript, but I don't want to have to take the course again if I don't need to. Should I drop the course?" Here's how the Student Success Specialist can help. Once again, the Student Success Specialist listens and validates the concerns the student has shared. The SSS will ensure the student is aware of the impact of a course withdrawal on various aspects of their life, not limited to academics. This would include talking with the students about their priorities regarding course load and program progression, and the pros and cons, financially, personally, and academically, of withdrawing from or failing a course or courses. It would also include referring the student back to the faculty for their input regarding the feedback and course content so the student can make an informed decision. Example 5. The student in the following example has to have their wisdom teeth pulled, but has the wisdom to notify someone ahead of time. They said, "I have a scheduled procedure with a specialist to have my wisdom teeth removed next week. I also have a test that day. What do I do?" Here's how the Student Success Specialist can help. The SSS will show the student the policy regarding deferred evaluation and explain the process the student needs to take to request this of their faculty. This would include referring the student to College Policy AA21, Deferred Evaluation, and encouraging their student to communicate with their faculty ahead of time. It would also include letting the student know that health services is available if needed. Example 6. The following example speaks for itself. The student does not agree with their grade on an assessment. They said, "I don't agree with the mark I received for my assignment. What can I do about this?" Here's how the Student Success Specialist can help. The SSS will practice extra sensitivity with the student, given that the student may have feelings of frustration or even anger about this. Again, the SSS will listen and validate before discussing the related policies and suggest a course of action for the student to consider. This would include referring the student to College Policy AA19, Academic Appeal. It would also include informing the student of the formal grade appeal process and advising them of the benefit of first communicating with their faculty about their concerns to see if the student still feels the formal process is needed. As you can see with these examples, the Student Success Specialist provides support to inform and empower students to work with their faculty and to make decisions related to their assessments and evaluations.